one more piece of writing advice, because it's nice, okay? Don't always start in chapter 1. Don't always start in the introduction. I started writing Stretch Aeon in chapter 4 with the new girl, with Chloe's chapter, the chapter where I introduced Chloe. And I'm really glad I did it that way, because I was able to tell the middle part of the book first, which is the part that I needed to tell, and then I could go back to the beginning and work out the thriller parts in the first and the last, the first and last third of the book. So sometimes it pays to dive right into the middle of your story, It totally does. And because I wrote those middle 3 chapters first, the first version of the chapter that I wrote for Stretch Aeon, chapter 1, ended up throwing out completely. And I ended up revising it completely because of those middle 3 chapters. Or those middle 4 chapters. I needed to be able to synchronize. There was someone that I made a villain in the first draft that I decided I would rather turn into a good guy. And that's what I mean. Like that's one of the best parts about writing is like when you've got when you've got a character that is super juicy, right? Like I don't know if you've read the book or not yet. Let's ask the quarter. Has John read Stretch Aeon? A quarter says you read Stretch Aeon. Have you read Stretch Aeon? Actually, let's ask the quarter if it's lying. Are you lying? Okay, the quarter says it is not lying. All right. So, I'm really glad I started Stretch Aeon with Chloe's chapter, and it's really like the first 3 chapters really are their own book, and then there's the rest of the book, which is it's really like they're 2 books, and I really like that. I really, really like that, and I'm really glad I made Evan a good guy instead of a villain. Like in the original first chapter, I had Evan and Stretch hook up, and they fall asleep in the hotel bed together, and Evan steals Stretch's backpack, and which includes his iPad and a bunch of confidential information. So, but I didn't do anything with that in the rest of the story, and I just thought it would be sweeter to make Evan a love interest, and let him be heroic too. But I mean, just like when you see a juicy character. So if you've read the book, you know about Charles Chancellor. And what's interesting is, Charles Chancellor only shows up in the first half of the book once, but in the second half of the book, he's a huge character. And I think he's my favorite character in the book. I'm totally going to make him a villain in future books, and I'm going to love that every minute of that too. But as far as like the character that I had, the parts that I had the most fun writing were this guy that could be a villain, and he's being forced into this position where he has to do good things and he doesn't want to. He's a bad guy, and but he wants to side with the good guys because he understands rationally that the good guys are going to save everybody's lives. Such a fun character to write, so much fun to write that character. Everything about that character was just nonstop fun. Really had a blast with that. Okay, bye.